So we're trying to center ourselves.
How do we start our video?
Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to our channel. This is going to be a little bit different than what we've done in the past. The Santa Cruz vlog and our unboxing with the camera. We're going to talk about something completely different, and it's about what we just experienced this past month. What we're going to talk about this time is the youth ministry that we're a part of, and also what we just experienced this past month, which was CFC Youth Conference 2019. Oh my goodness, I forgot the year. But before we actually go into the conference, we just want to talk about what CFC Youth is.
So, for those who don't know what CFC-Y is, or CFC Youth, it is a Catholic ministry that started in the Philippines, and over time they came to America, and now it's an international ministry. Teens, young adults come together, and we are being and bringing Christ wherever we go. Because it's hard being a Catholic, we use this ministry or organization to allow us to be with other youths, other teens, other young adults who love Christ and want to learn more about their faith, and that's what we do. We continue to evangelize and grow bigger in our ministry.
Going back to the subject of what conference is, we have this annual conference every year for CFC-Y USA. There's a bunch of other countries too that have CFC Youth, so there's like Canada, I think. I know originated in the Philippines.
One in Japan.
One in
There's
Japan.
One in South America.
Yeah, this was just in our country. And it's crazy of how so many people came, especially for people on the West Coast. So this conference was held in University of San Diego. Most of the people that were there were from the West. So you had people from obviously Northern California, Southern California. You had people from Hawaii that came that were closer by. And then you also had a couple people too from Central America, which are
not a couple, a lot of people.
A lot of people from like Texas, and even some people in the mid-Atlantic states. Also people from the East too.
New York, New Jersey.
Philadelphia, I think. Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania. Yeah. Last year they had it at University of North Carolina, and it's kind of like the highlight of the summer for most of us. This conference is primarily attracting those from the ages of 13 through 21. So kind of what we're trying to do in this video is just give a little recap of what happened over at conference, and then we're just gonna talk about how we felt before conference, how we felt during conference, like what happened, specifically each day maybe, because it was only a 3-day event. How did you feel after conference? So just to give a little background about me, I've been in CFC Youth for only 2 years, and this was my first conference.
I've been in the ministry for, I believe, 4 years now, and this is my second conference. This conference was way different from the first one I went to. My first conference that I attended was in Las Vegas of 2017.
And that was the year that I joined CFC Youth, actually.
Yeah.
So we came a long way. How I felt before conference, actually, I was obviously kind of nervous, and I was unsure about like how I'm gonna feel. After they had their conference, I wasn't there for the 2017 conference in Las Vegas,
but he edited our video for us.
Yeah. Speaking of editing videos, you should click that, I can't even point, above her head, that info card where it shows the 2017 conference and also the 2019 conference, which is also going to be released the same exact time as this video. In our ministry, we are CFC Youth Central Valley. We have our own YouTube channel where we also do crazy vlogs, and we also do some fun activities as well. Primarily, we're just showing people how we do our household and how we have our assemblies and what we do to evangelize in our area. So if you want to see the CFC Youth CV channel, which we're also a part of, click the info card right here, right above her head. And then also see those 2 videos that show last year's 2-year conference 2 years ago, and this year's conference, which is also gonna release. I didn't know what to expect after editing the 2017 vlog, because when I still saw the 2017 vlog, there were a lot of people that I did not expect were a part of CFC Youth. And I thought that just our area alone, or even our delegation, which is Northern California, that was a bunch of people. So seeing seeing that vlog, and I kind of had a good idea of what conference was going to look like though. But seeing that many people just want to learn about God and they're just a part of this ministry is just so amazing.
Me, before conference, it didn't even feel like conference was happening. Time was going by really, really fast. We were practicing for competitions, And our last practice conference was like in a couple days from that, and I just felt like it was going by too fast and it really didn't feel like conference was happening. I was also really nervous because not only were we competing, but like I have some type of like, I get kind of scared when I'm around way too much people, and just the thought of being in an auditorium full of like almost 1,000 people really just made me feel uncomfortable and kind of scared.
So since you kind of had experience with conference in the past, like what were your expectations going into this conference?
That there were going to be a lot of people. I was going to lose my voice after worship. I expected myself that I was going to cry because I cried during my first conference, and that the talks were going to be really long but really informational.
Some of the things that we did in our ministry to prepare for our conference was we did a lot of prayer, just getting ourselves spiritually ready for what's going to happen that weekend, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then also, like what she mentioned earlier, we did do some practices too. Our delegation participated in not just 2 but 4 of the competitions actually.
Yeah.
4 of the competitions out of maybe like the 10 that they hosted. I was the captain of one of the competitions, which was cover band. And then I was also a member of OG Song. Wow, I do a lot of music. Kind of that preparation too, and finding our purpose as to like why are we doing these competitions. It just really helped a lot get myself, made me comfortable for this conference coming up.
To also help us get prepared for conference, we also had to go to confession so that we were in a state of grace and so that we were clear of our conscience going into conference.
It was a long drive from where we lived to San Diego.
Honestly, tried sleeping through it, but our drivers, they were dads. And they all had walkie-talkies, and they were just talking to each other the whole time.
Yeah, every 2 hours we took a break once in a while, and that just kind of woke me up.
Yep.
For the most part. You can see some of that in the vlog, by the way, the conference vlog, and see what we experienced.
So we barely had sleep that Friday morning.
If you see us look tired in that video, we are so sorry. we barely had enough sleep that day. Essentially, on the first day, we were kind of getting ourselves prepared for what's to come, because most of the events happen during the evening, right? Most of the talk sessions happened in the evening or even at night. What happened in the beginning was there was just a bunch of competitions. So we had
basketball, volleyball, we had poetry slam, we also had video competition.
I saw from the previous vlog when I edited that they did these competitions. I didn't expect them to be that good in person, you know? I mean, so actually, we do have some footage of us when we just arrived there. So
check it out.
So we're here at conference right now.
I got things, you guys.
This is us in the past, because the video that we're gonna shoot right now is in the future. So far as of right now, they're just doing sports competitions. They're getting their stuff ready for a creative competition. We're just going up a big flight of stairs.
And the sprinklers just went on.
What?
This has been the most difficult day already, having to practice patience, and now I'm getting wet.
Go, 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 go. This GoPro's getting wet. The GoPro's getting wet. Go, go, go. The GoPro's getting wet. Go, 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 go.
Just a lot, you guys.
There's a lot of stuff happening today, you know, honestly. We can't wait for what's going to happen in store today. I know that CV is going to post something about like the whole entire conference experience. I really think it's going to be really cool. So far, we're just waiting right now for poetry, for creative competitions to open. We're just about to head into the gym right now where they're doing the basketball.
So we watched the volleyball games. I don't think we have any footage of the basketball games, but we lost that one. There's some footage of the poetry slam. Everything from conference there was a live stream, so if you want to check out the live stream, there's a link for that too. We
also had our first session out of the 3 sessions that we had, talking about self-identity. They're talking about, you know, coming back to what you were called to be, basically.
The talk was just reminding us of whenever we feel lost or we don't know who we are anymore because we change with how society wants us to be, just to remember that we should stick to our roots and that no matter what, God is there and God's been there from the beginning. So we just need to remind ourselves to, whenever we feel lost or we just keep going in a cycle, always remember where your roots are. Saturday,
though, was a very long day for all of us.
We got to listen in on Tiberi from Trending with Timmery, and
She's really good.
we got to listen to talks by Matt Frad.
Oh yeah, Matt Frad was there too. So those were the two guest speakers that were a part of conference. And then Saturday too, we had our competition.
Yep.
So here's some footage of us being nervous before the competition. So it's day 2, and we're just prepping for our performance, which is coming up soon. I'm super nervous because I'm the captain. Are you super nervous? I mean, she's eating right now, so we're just getting our stuff. Oh, look, more people. And that's Kate. So, for me, it just felt very empowering. A little story about that. Just 2 years ago, when I was editing the vlog, I saw some of the competitions from the 2017 conference. I was telling Jillian, I was talking to Jillian and like letting her know, I'm like, this looks really cool. I want to be on that stage and showing my talents to the whole nation. And that's just that sight. And that feeling felt really good. Both of us actually performed in front of the whole entire nation, performing songs that really spoke out to us about the conference, and then songs that our delegation created that meant so much to us. I believe some of their talks may be on the live streams that CFC-USA did. I don't know.
One thing I want to talk about is food, because I love food. I'm a big food. The whole weekend, all we ate were like burritos. We had breakfast burritos. We made our own burritos Saturday, or tacos. But they were made. You were supposed to make a burrito out of that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sunday we had breakfast burritos again. So yeah, it was just a day full of burritos, and we were really hungry. So we even asked our Cocos to buy us more food. So Sunday, listening in on a talk, our Coco asked me if we want food or if we wanted McDonald's. So yeah. The talk on Saturday, it was called Grit and Grace, and it basically they were letting us reflect on how do we stay holy. We need to be generous. We need to be resilient. In our faith, we need to have integrity, and we need to have temperance, which means self-control of like what we do as Catholics, or how we present ourselves. The only way to be holy is to act on that holiness, to strive to be holy.
Yeah. And
that was basically what the talk for Saturday was about.
Sunday it seemed like a long day, but it was actually really short because it ended around 1. We still woke up at the same time at 6.
Yeah.
Basically, Sunday was just a wrap up what we talked about, what happened during conference, and then how do we go forward and continue on what we learned at conference into the world. Not a lot of people want to learn about God, like his plan for us, his son Jesus, and all those things that we learned about during conference. So Father Francis gave a really good talk on how to really continue forward and to move onward. He stated that being Catholic is one of the hardest things, and it's gonna be a really big war that you're gonna fight. If you know that you have God on your side, then you don't have to worry about that stuff at all.
The big thing that he kept repeating over and over and over again was the phrase "siempre adelante."
That's a really good phrase.
In Spanish, always moving forward or always forward. I feel like that's the only thing everyone took from that talk, because it was on everyone's Instagram captions.
So that was basically conference in a nutshell. See all that stuff in the Central Valley. I feel like I'm plugging them a lot in this video, but you'll see all of that stuff in their channel, seeing all the different talks and activities, and some of the clips too. After conference, I just felt like a spiritual high, not like one that I felt after camp, but like a really big spiritual high to really just keep going forward and onward, to really trust in the Lord.
Like, trust me, guys, a week or 2 after, he just kept saying, you need to do something with your life. Always keep moving forward. He just kept saying, go onward. Siempre adelante. Siempre adelante.
I just felt like hecka motivated. You know, like there's like those motivational speakers that, like, if you go to a conference, you have those motivational speakers to save money or to be a good manager. I felt like this was like a really good way for us to be motivated to really evangelize more. One of the things that I will take away from conference is I think just surrendering myself to God that weekend and really feeling his presence during all the worships, all the talks, and even during the performances that we've had. Just surrendering myself to God that whole weekend, not worrying about anything and not worrying about the world around, being in that safe space where everyone's almost is on the same page as you. They all love God and they want to surrender themselves.
After conference, I was very overfilled with joy. That worship, that Sunday, I was on my knees crying. It felt like my very first worship. I felt like God was just telling me that I'm so blessed and that through everything that I went through and all the struggles that I was going through, God was just reminding me to be very joyful, that I am a child of God and I am worthy and I am loved. And that's how I felt after conference. And like going the next couple weeks, I like did not let anybody tear me down. I didn't let my fears, worries, or doubts get the best of me because I was just filled with God's joy. One thing I would take away from conference is just motivating myself to continue to keep going. Jerome had to keep reminding me, and I can't even remind myself. We're leaving for college. Well, he already left, but I'm leaving for college soon. I'm moving, but I still haven't packed like all my major things. Reminding myself, hey, what did you learn at conference? Like, why wear CFC-Y and why make this video if you're not gonna do what you say? Like, Catholics are the biggest hypocrites ever, but that doesn't mean that should stop us from actually doing what we say, you know?
So hopefully we'll be able to go to next year's conference, which is in New Jersey. We weren't able to go to North Carolina because it was just so expensive over there.
So thanks for watching our video. We hope that we were able to inspire you, motivate you, and bring love to you guys. We hope you guys like this video. If there are any other things you want us to talk about, just comment down below. Like, how is it like being in a Catholic relationship? What do we do to keep Christ in the center? Or any questions you guys have, we could even do a Q&A.
Yeah, I'll be interested in doing that, a Q&A, like Q&A type, either like a live stream or just a video. I think that would be fun to do.
So thanks for watching. Hope you stick around to see what the rest of God's crazy plan has for us.
All right, bye.